Hi, I'm Sayed on Mass Online. Today's topic is joint probability distribution. Let us take an example on joint probability distribution. Right, the next question is the joint probability distribution of two discrete random variables x and y is given by this function where x and y are integers such that x ranges between 0 to 2 and y between 0 to 3. Find the value of the constant k. Find the marginal probability distribution of x and y. Show that the random variables x and y are dependent. So let's start the solution. So what is given over here? The value of random variable x is given. So the value of x that you have, so set of values of xi. So the range is from 0 to 2. So I'll be writing down the value as 0, 1 and 2. So the values of x that are given. And the values of y that you have. So y, the set of values of y are represented by yj. So the range of y, you can see it is 0 to 3. So the values will be 0, 1, 2 and 3. And the function value that is given, f of x comma y, is given as k times of, it is 2x plus y. So we'll try to prepare the joint probability table. So you have this table, take down these values of x and y. So we know the values of x. Let us write down the values of x along the column. It is 0, 1 and 2. Y values along the row, it is 0, 1, 2, 3. So I'll try to find out the sum along the row as, we'll take it as f of xi. Along the columns, we'll be taking the sum as g of yj. So what is the function given over here? The function given is f of x comma y to be equals to k times of 2x plus y. So I'll be taking each of the set of values of x and y and evaluate the given function. So the function that we have is f of x comma y. Its value will be k times of 2x plus y. First set of values of x and y, if I am taking 0 and 0, it is f of 0 comma 0. So if I put x as 0, y as 0, you'll be getting the value to be 0. So that is nothing but your first value, that is j11 value. So we got j11 value to be equals to 0. So the next value that you have is f of 0 comma 1. X value is 0 and y value is 1. So if you put that value there, you'll be getting k times of x value is 0 and the value of y is 1. So we'll be getting the value as k. So this value is j12. So we have j12 value to be equals to k. The next value that you have is f of 0 comma 2. So that is nothing but k times of x value is 0, y value is 2. So we'll be getting 2 times of k. So its value is j13. So j13 value that you have got is 2 times of k. Similarly, f of 0 comma 3. So its value will be k times of x value is 0, y value is 3. So we'll be getting 3 times of k. It is nothing but j14. So that's the value we'll be getting over here, j14. j14 is 3 times of k. Let us move on to the second row. Second row value, it is f of x value is 1 and the first value of y is 0. So 1 comma 0. So its value will be equals to k times of x value is 1, will be getting 2. So it shall be nothing but 2 times of k. So this is nothing but j21. So we got the value of j21 to be equals to 2k. So similarly, it is f of, it is 1 comma 1. So we'll be getting 2 times of X value is 1, Y value is 1. So it is 2 plus 1, which is nothing but 3 times of K. It is J22. So we got J22 to be equals to 3 times of K. Then F of it is 1 comma 2. So its value will be equals to K times of it is 2 plus 2, which is nothing but 4 times of K. That is J23. So we got the value of J23 to be equals to 4 times of K. Then you have F of 1 comma 3. So its value will be K times of 2 plus 3, which is nothing but 5 times of K, which is J24. So J24 value is nothing but 5 times of K. Let us move on to the third row. Third row, we have the values of again F of X value is 2. We'll start with the value of Y to be 0. So once again, if I consider this function, it is K times of X value is 2. So 2 times of 2 will be 4 plus 0. So which is nothing but 4 times of K. So we'll be getting J31. So J31 value that we have over here is 4 times of K. It is F of 2 comma 1. So its value will be equals to K times of, we'll get 4 plus 1, which will be nothing but 5 times of K, which is J32. So J32 value that you have is 5 times of K. Next, F of 2 comma 2, its value will be K times of 4 plus 2, which will be 6 times of K. This is J33. J33 value that you have is 6 times of K. Then you have F of 2 comma 3, which will be equals to, it is K times of, we'll be getting 4 plus 3, which is nothing but 7 times of K. So 7K value that you have is J34. So J34 will be 7K. J34 will be 7 times of K. So we calculated all the values. Now we need to go for F of Xi, which is nothing but the sum of the first row. We need to just sum up this one. 0 plus K plus 2K plus 3K. So when you sum up, you will be getting 6 times of K. The sum will be 6 times of K. That will be the first row. The second row sum, it is 2K plus 3K plus 4K plus 5K. When you sum up, you will be getting 14 times of K. Then move on to the third row, 4K plus 5K plus 6K plus 7K. Its sum will be equals to 22K. And similarly, column wise, if we sum up, it's 2K plus 4K will be 6 times of K. So again, the sum of the second column will be 9 times of K. Sum of the next column that is there will be 12 times of K. The next column sum will be 15 times of K. Just try to add this column values as well as this row values. So if I sum up over here 6 plus 14 plus 22. So when you sum up, its sum will be 42 times of K. So sum of this value 6K plus 9K plus 12K plus 15K. We'll get 42K. So once again we'll be getting 42K itself. But we know that this sum that is there, sum of F of Xi and sum of G of Yj, its value should always be equals to 1. Alright, so if I try to take this sum over here, but we know the value of the sum to be equals to 1. So 42K should be equals to 1. Therefore, the value of K will be nothing but 1 by 42. So we got the value of K value to be equals to 1 by 42. Now let us move on to finding out the marginal probability distribution of X and Y. So this whole calculation was bit number A. Now we'll move on to bit number B. bit number B, we need to find out the distributions of x and y. So distribution of x. So you have xi value and f of xi value. Xi value, you already know the values of x that you have is 0, 1 and 2. So what are f of xi value? So if you want to try to observe the values of f of xi, the first value of f of xi, go back to the table and check over here. The first value is 6 times of k. And the second value is 14 times of k. Third value is 22 times of k. But the value of k is 1 by 42. So just try to plug in the value of k and evaluate this value of f of xi. So let me just try to evaluate it over here. F of xi. So the first value that you have is 6 times of k, which will be 6 times of 1 by 42, which will be 1 by 7. The next value that you have is 14 times of k, that is 14 times of 1 by 42. If you try to evaluate this one, it will be 1 by 3. Next value that you have is 22 times of k, which will be 22 times of 1 by 42. So its value will be 11 by 21. So these values you can just plug in over here. You'll get 1 by 7, 1 by 3, 11 by 21. Similarly, I'll try to find out the distribution of y. Write down this table yj, g of yj. The values of y that you have is 0, 1, 2 and 3. Similarly, we'll try to find out the value of g of yj. If you go back to the table and check over here, the value of g of yj is 6k, 9k, 12k and 15k. 6k value has been already evaluated. 6k value is 1 by 7. That value you can write it over here, 1 by 7. Remaining values you have to evaluate. So 9k value, if you want to evaluate this value, you can write down over here. It is g of yj value you are trying to evaluate it. So its value will be equals to 9 times of k, which is nothing but 9 times of 1 by 42. So you can evaluate this one. You'll be getting 3 by 14. Similarly, the next value of g of yj is 12k. It is 12 times of 1 by 42. So its evaluation will be 2 by 7. Next value that you have is 15k. So that is 15 times of 1 by 42. So its value will be 5 by 14. Just plug in all these values over here. You get 3 by 14, 2 by 7, 5 by 14. So we have got the marginal distribution of x and y. Let us move on to the next bit. Show that the random variables x and y are dependent. So that's the last bit I need to show. So to show that the random variables are dependent, you should have the product of f of xi, g of yj. You need to just check those values of gij with f of xi and g of yj values. So let us try to check those values. So to show that random variables are dependent, there are different ways in which you can show that the random variables are dependent. I'll be using the table over here. So we try to observe the table over here. If I am trying to take this f of xi value, multiply that by g of yj values, and those values will not be equals to this entry GIG values. So you can try to observe the first value that you have is 6k and 6k values. You have to get this result, f of xi into g of yj is not equals to jij. Right, so if you try to check the first result, for example, let me take the value of this I and j to be 1 and 1. So if I take f of x1 into g of y1, try to check this value. So this values that you are having over here, so this represents here f of x1 value, this is f of x2 value, this is f of x3 value, and over here this represents g of y1 value, so this represents g of y2 value, this is g of y3 value, and g of y4 value. So let me take the first result, f of x1 g of y1. So f of x1 value over here that you have is 1 by 7, g of y1 value that you have is 1 by 7. So its value is 1 by 49. Just try to check this value j11. So from the given table, j11 that you have is 0. So its value is 0. So if you try to compare these two results over here, so f of x1 into g of y1 is not equals to j1, because this is 1 by 40, left hand side value is 1 by 49, right hand side value is 0. So they are not equal. In the same way you can check different examples. So randomly, if I take f of say x1 into g of y2, so that should not be equals to j. You can see the subscript of x as 1, y as 2, j12. So let's try to check these two values. So f of x1 into g of y2. So what is f of x1 value you have? 1 by 7 into g of y2 value that you have is 3 by 14. So this value will be equals to 3 by 98. Just check the value of j12 from the table. K. j12 is k, but k value is 1 by 42. So once again you can verify over here, it is f of x1 into g of y2 is not equals to j12. So you can check for each of the values. I've just shown you two examples. So from this you can conclude, hence we can conclude that for all values of f of xi into for all values of g of yj, that is not equals to jij. So therefore we can conclude that the random variables are random variables in this case are dependent, but they are dependent. So that's all I have for today. Thank you.